What are the broader implications of Trump's tariffs on European imports for transatlantic trade relations?
I think it's early days. I think it's early days. And if I can make a quick comment about the media, so objectively, Trump clearly, may not be the ideal president, but objectively, if you look at American media in a cold manner, and I read the press every morning, I read more than 20 American newspapers every morning online, 80 or 90% of American journalists are hostile to the Trump White House. So saying that he controlled the narrative is a little bit excessive, but anyway, to answer your question, we live in an infotainment age, and here Trump is not the cause. Trump is the symptom. So, Trump is a reflection, a symptom of the fact that we live in that infotainment age where, all networks, not only Fox News, have transformed, what used to be intellectual dialogue on TV by a show, by a reality TV show. And that's really sad. And that includes the way experts analyze trade with Europe or trade with Canada. It's always, assessed like a TV show. What I'm coming at is trade is a long-term thing.
Mm-hmm.
Economy and finance are very long-term things that should be judged by journalists and experts over 1 year or 5 years or 10 years. And here we're hearing people after a week on Fox News saying, bravo, Trump won. And we're hearing people on NBC and CNN and the New York Times saying, oh, it's horrible. Trump destroyed our commercial relationship with Germany and France. So these short-term are not smart. Also, the White House, to be honest, the White House itself has not communicated well at all. So here I would say that Trump, he may want to control the narrative, but honestly, he does not control the narrative, and it's partly his fault, partly because of the hostility of most US media, but the communication coming from the White House has been very clumsy and contradictory. So one day, the Treasury says something, Scott Bessent, the next day, the Federal Reserve Board says something, essentially, but the implementation of that trade realignment seems a bit disorganized. And this is how Europeans and Canadians
Yes.